write the lyrics to change the game. Nothing's ever gonna be the same. It's the verse effect. It's the verse effect. It's the verse effect. It's the verse effect. I write the lyrics to change the game. Nothing's ever gonna be the same.
A disclaimer: this episode of The Verse Effect contains explicit lyrics and descriptions about violence. Some listeners may find this content distressing or triggering.
We encourage you to prioritize your well-being and skip this episode if you need to. Again, this episode is not intended for all audiences.
Welcome to The Verse Effect, the podcast that analyzes and discusses lyrics from groundbreaking hip-hop and rap songs. My name is Camille.
And my name is Roderick.
This episode, we take a look at America's Most Wanted by Ice Cube.
All right, Camille, let's discuss this. That first lyric, "One time can't keep the law in order, 'cause everybody's going crazy for a quarter." Man, that line lands hard, especially if you grew up in a city like Oakland, Compton, or South Central in the late 80s, early 90s.
No doubt. And for anyone who didn't grow up with that slang, one time means the police. But Cube's doing more than calling out cops who can't maintain control. He's exposing how the social fabric of these neighborhoods was already shredded by poverty, redlining, and the crack epidemic. People weren't just acting out. They were reacting to neglect, to hopelessness, to hunger.
Yeah, and that second line, "going crazy for a quarter," you could miss the weight of that if you're not familiar. It's not about a $quarter, it's about crack. Either a quarter ounce or a $25 rock. That kind of shorthand only exists in places where this economy of desperation was normal. That's what makes the line so cold. It's casual, but devastating.
Exactly. Cube's not romanticizing it either. He's documenting. He's saying, look, this isn't just chaos for chaos' sake. This is survival in a system that wrote us off. And remember, this was the Reagan era. Just say no wasn't helping families where jobs had disappeared and addiction was treated as a crime, not a crisis.
And I think that's something listeners today might forget. This wasn't about a lack of morals. It was about a lack of options. That's what makes Cube's line hit different. It's a snapshot of an entire ecosystem that collapsed, and the fallout was on full display.
Then Cube turns it inward. Back in the day, I did my share of dirt. Sometimes I got away clean. Sometimes people got hurt. There's so much in those two lines: accountability, vulnerability, even guilt. He's not glorifying what he did, but he's not denying it either.
Right. He's saying, yeah, I was in it too. I was part of that machine. And he owns it. That honesty is what set Cube apart. Back then, a lot of rappers were trying to show off their street credibility. Cube? He was willing to say, I made mistakes, real ones, and they had consequences.
It's powerful because it's human. He's not pretending to be a savior or even a survivor without scars. And that humility gave him a different kind of power. It made people listen, especially in hip-hop, where authenticity is everything. You couldn't just talk the talk. You had to live it and own it.
And that's what makes this line so layered. It's personal confession and social reflection rolled into one. He's showing how the individual and the system are linked, how people caught up in the game are also victims of it.
And then he hits us with one of the most cutting observations in the song. I think back when I was robbing my own kind, the police didn't pay it no mind. But when I start robbing the white folks, now I'm in the pen with the soap on a rope.
Whew. That verse is chilling. He's calling out the double standard in law enforcement so clearly. He's saying, when I hurt people who looked like me, nobody cared. But the second I crossed a racial line, suddenly, I'm a public menace.
And let's not gloss over that soap on a rope line. That's a reference to prison rape culture. It's brutal. He's not just saying I got locked up. He's invoking the violence and dehumanization of incarceration. It's shocking, but it needs to be.
That whole bar is a critique of who gets protected by the system and who doesn't. He's saying black life wasn't valued. And black pain? It was background noise, until it disrupted white spaces.
Right. And that's institutional racism in action. Cube doesn't need a policy brief. He just gives you 4 lines and you feel it. You feel how punishment isn't about justice. It's about race. About maintaining boundaries of who matters and who doesn't.
Then he flips the narrative. I'm not a rebel or a renegade on a quest. I'm a nigga with a S on his chest. That's such a bold twist on the Superman myth. He's redefining heroism entirely.
Yeah, and what's wild is that he's rejecting that outsider label. He's not a revolutionary from the margins, he is the community. He's not flying in from some distant planet to save people. He's surviving with them, shoulder to shoulder.
It's a different kind of power. He's not trying to assimilate into mainstream ideas of strength. He's saying, I already have power because I survived what tried to break me. That's the cape. That's the shield.
And he's daring you to see him. The S isn't for savior, it's for self, for South Central, for struggle. He's mythologizing himself, yeah, but only to remind us that resilience can be superhuman.
Then we hit the core, the line that ties it all together. I said it before and I'll still taunt it. Every motherfucker with a color is most wanted.
That's the thesis, the mic drop. He's saying that just existing while black or brown makes you a target in America. You don't have to commit a crime, your skin is the crime in their eyes.
And it's not paranoia, it's historical reality. From COINTELPRO to stop and frisk to today's mass surveillance, black and brown communities have always been over-policed, underprotected, and hyper-criminalized.
And most wanted isn't admiration, it's suspicion. It's the weight of always being watched, always being assumed guilty. That's why Cube doesn't whisper, he taunts the system. He refuses to be silenced.
It's protest, it's prophecy, and it's personal. He's calling out America's contradictions and saying, you made me this way, and I'm not apologizing for surviving.
So when you put all these lines together, America's Most Wanted isn't just a debut solo record. It's almost a manifesto. It's a guided tour through structural oppression, through anger, through survival, and it's loud on purpose.
And the thing is, you play it today and it's still relevant. The players change, but the game stays the same. Cube's voice? Still razor sharp, still fearless, still necessary.
This is what we mean when we say lyrics can be literature, they can be history, and they can be testimony. Cube wasn't trying to entertain, he was trying to warn, to document, to resist.
And that's what the verse effect is about. Digging into bars that didn't just rhyme, they revealed. They shifted the culture. They told the truth when no one else would.
So thank you for rolling with us through this one. These conversations matter, and we're honored to be having them with all of you.
We'll be back soon with more tracks that change the game, and more verses that still echo through time.
Until next time, stay curious, stay questioning.
And keep listening. Peace, y'all.
It's the verse effect, it's the verse effect. I write the lyrics that change the game. Nothing's ever gonna be the same. Nothing's ever gonna be the same. I write the lyrics that change the game. Nothing's ever gonna be the same. Nothing's ever gonna be the same.